So on to the next step here, where we will establish our controlling flow tree. Now this one's going to have quite a bit going on, but first things first, drag the iPad over to the controllers area. And for each of my three master controllers, I am going to give them a unique name. Doesn't have to be long. MC1, MC2, MC3 works just fine. Dragging it over, we see the ports that are there. And one by one, and then I'll just kind of change the order there, because you just drag these things, and wherever that black horizontal bar is where it's going to drop them into place. So now I got 1, 2, 3. We've got our iPads. How about all of our devices that are controlled over IP? We just drag them on over to the IP devices area, starting with our video matrix. And the IP address of the video matrix, that's just going to be one of our master controllers. If you've watched the videos on how to configure enterprise AV over IP, you know you have to have, for the IP 1080s, you have to have one master controller with the project file loaded inside. Go ahead and provide our IP addresses to the MC1000s, 1.21, 1.22, 1.23, exactly as we discussed in our system design walkthrough. Let's move our MAX 8x8 over and give it its IP address. Denon HEOS was 1.20 according to our system design. And keep in mind, Denon HEOS, according to the module manual you should refer to, also requires a HEOS account be set up. And if you enter it here, then you don't have to enter it in the iPad GUI. Let's move over our DirecTV boxes controlled over IP. Saves us money by not requiring us to pick up an extra master controller this way. And I'm just going to give it a abbreviated name. DTV1, for example, DTV2. And we have to also come back around to enter our IP addresses for these devices. And you can see the properties. The IP address property of the DirecTV looks a little different from the others. It's because it's controlled over HTTP format, so it's kind of like a web address actually. And our Lutron 1.25. All right, save the project. Let's now drag these televisions over. So this bar restaurant system is going to have discrete on-off control or even additional controls of each display by having a single port for each, off of each master controller running an additional cat wire to each display. We'll be able to get control over there in addition to IR from the, IR control in addition to video signals over the IP 1080, requiring 2 cat wires total now. But give these abbreviated names so we know what we're dealing with here when we later turn these things on and off on our all on and all off macros. So now 14, TV 15. Remember, we have 17 total here. Oh, so I maybe have an extra. I could get rid of that by choosing it and just hitting the backspace key. All right, let's drag these over. One by one they go to the ports. We'll just send them over to Master Controller 1 for displays 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We could collapse that. Master Controller 2 for TVs 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very good. Collapse that and drag these over one by one. So, these things take a little bit of time, but not very long at all once you're used to it. Wait a minute. I deleted a television and I shouldn't have. So we hit save. It's as easy as just hitting add modules and going to IR, choosing Samsung once again. Now we got a new one. And this will be our TV 16. Drag that on over to port 4, and there we have it. Okay.